is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the UCF Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Knights will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husker. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Knights offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think You see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
The Knights are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Ashley. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulls it in. It's Gage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. So first down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. They're going back to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Huskers moving quickly to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. 29 Philly. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it behind the line. It's Peppers. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Still looking. He'll try to do it. Gets away from one, finds room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making checks. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The option look. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
That's reeled in. It's Ashley. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Ashley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
We've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Knights are in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Finds his big tight end. No, sir, they strung him out enough. He tried to pick his way through, but just not enough running room, and the defense with a stand. The Huskers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds a crease at the 20. Free up the gut. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, it would be hard not to continue to feed this guy the rock. He just makes big plays. Last week you saw it, over 100 yards, making big plays already in this football game. He is a big play waiting to happen.
Runs through a tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Now on 2nd down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find him.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The give from the gun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make move. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Goes to the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical.
Touchdown, Knights! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. Keeps it and gets the first down. Breaks free in the middle. Past the 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
Coming out with it, it's Ashley. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got the back in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Huskers will clear it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ashley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd...
There he goes! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Connection to the right. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Zings it complete to the right. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Thanks to grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's on target and complete. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hester. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make him execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it. First down and more. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The give out of the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. All out of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. The hand to the running back. Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Might as well stick with it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. So now it's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Knights! Great job by the back on the option.
I think think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
35, Nebraska, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Using his feet. Crosses the 45. Oh, he's got some space.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
35, Nebraska, 21.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7th. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They want to throw it. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And defense is about being great in the great situations, on the 3rd downs, goal line situations like this when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together even though you gave up a long drive to get down there.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, A touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the fourth quarter.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with the completion on third down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense working from the pistol. Running it to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to pass. Puts it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off play action. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes for 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Knights want to move quickly. Wants to go up top. Looking for an open area to his left. Wide out, trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
42, Nebraska, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. They get to the line quickly.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got it in the middle. It's Peppers. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Husker! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Using the quick game. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game, final drive coming for this offense. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
No gain on the play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires one high and deep. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally
trying to take it back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are